Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. I'm Hina Gambhir. Viewers, you're watching our continuous coverage of what we are witnessing in the Middle East right now, and situation remains quite volatile. Let's tell you about top 10 developments that have taken place over the last few hours. Viewers, it's day 4 of Iranian assault. In fact, Iran has targeted US troops now. Iran has claimed that Strait of Hormuz has been closed. US CENTCOM has countered, in fact, Iran's claim on Strait of Hormuz. And we're also getting reports of Iranian strikes on US bases in Bahrain as well as Kuwait. So American assets continue to be targeted by Iran. US embassy in Riyadh has been hit by an Iranian drone. Now, apart from the crucial air bases, military bases, now even embassies are being targeted, it seems. US President Donald Trump, in fact, has reacted on Riyadh mission as well, and he has said, you will find out very soon. And Iran is claiming that 40 plus US troops have been killed in the operation so far. CENTCOM has put US casualties in the Gulf at 6. And US President Donald Trump has also said war can last for more than 4 weeks. This is the first time the US president has put in a number as to for how many days, how many weeks this war is going to continue. And he was speaking last night, on his assessment of what's really happening right now. And he has claimed that this war can last for more than 4 weeks. And Israel has attacked Hezbollah's command center in Lebanon. Remember, yesterday, another front was open as far as this war is concerned, and that was the Lebanon front. The fight is now going on between Hezbollah and Israel as well. Some more breaking inputs coming in at this point in time as Iran continues to strike Israel. 10 scenes can be witnessed in Tel Aviv. What we have access for you viewers are fresh visuals from Tel Aviv. Air raid sirens blaring in several parts after Iranian missiles targeted the region. Residents can be seen taking shelter for cover. And this is the latest update that we are getting for you at this point in time. Look at the video that we have got for you. 10 scenes unfolding in Tel Aviv as air raid sirens blare. Residents can be seen taking shelter following reported Iranian missile and drone strikes targeting the region. How, now residents are taking shelter in safer places in Israel, in Tel Aviv specifically. We're getting visuals of strikes there as well. Stay on with us, sir. Let me go across to Manish Chand, CEO and editor, Center for Global India Insights. He's also joining us live right now. He currently is in Tel Aviv. Mr. Manish Chand, good morning. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. Firstly, can you tell us a little bit about how are the conditions where you are? Because, Iranian strikes are continuing in parts of Tel Aviv as well. And we are getting some visuals as well from Tel Aviv. People are being asked to, keep themselves safe and not really move out of their homes unless it's absolutely necessary.
Good morning, Hina. So the situation out here is quite grim. This is the 3rd day of the war. I'm at a hotel on the beach, along the beach, and we have to, there are constant, relentless air raid sirens. The day before was slightly better. In the night, at least, I was up the whole night, and there were less air raid sirens. One thought it's stabilizing, but last night and before that, it's been quite bad. As in, people are sleeping in the bunkers. We have a bunker right at the basement of the hotel, and constantly running into the shelter. And on the positive side, there are bunkers and bomb shelters everywhere. Where there is a supermarket or anywhere, you can just quickly go inside. But the sense of panic is increasing because one earlier thought that it would not last that long now that the Iranian supreme leader, Khamenei, has been eliminated, the top leadership, but the regime remains in the saddle. With the new faces and all that. And you are right. I mean, the war will go on now for quite some time. it's a kind of what we are seeing now is a kind of revenge drama playing out
Right.
in the Old Testament sense, you know.
Well,
I mean,
absolutely.
It's a fight to the finish. Yeah.
Right. Mr. Manichan, yes.
Yeah.
Finish your point.
So yeah, I mean, just to give you an idea of the mood here, it's quite bad. There are people of all nationality. There are a lot of Europeans in my hotel, Americans and others, and there is a sense of panic. How much, and people are trying to get out also. For example, you know, through Jordan and other places.
Right.
But airspace is closed even in Jordan. There's the only road crossing available. I mean, those who are stuck there, they're literally trapped there, and Tel Aviv was massively targeted, you know.
Well,
across.
absolutely, and we are getting those visuals as well. Mr. Manisha, request you to please stay on with us. In fact, we have other guests also joining us on the broadcast this morning to help us understand the situation. We have with us retired Captain Akhilesh Saxena, who is a defense expert, retired Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon, former GOC Chinar Corps, also joining us live right now. Retired Major General Rajan Kocher continues to be with me here in the studios, and also I'm joined by Ambassador Dr. Jeffrey Gunter, former US diplomat. Good morning to all of you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast this morning. Dr. Jeffrey Gunter, now we've got, you know, a couple of important statements on what is really happening. For example, what Marco Rubio said, that it was Israel that forced our hand. And then a statement that came from US President Donald Trump that this could go on for at least 4 weeks. And then also a reaction came from the Iranian foreign minister. What do you make of these statements? What do these statements really tell you about a possibility of ending this war anytime soon?
Well, I think the war will end when the United States' objectives are accomplished. I'd have to push back gently on a few things that we heard from our experts. Number one, the United States was not caught off guard. The United States is not surprised in any way. Look at, we're ahead of schedule in this war. We eliminated the top leadership of Iran. I think the person who's surprised is the Ayatollah, who's now sitting comfortably with Hania, Nasrallah, and the rest of the terrorists. So I think they're surprised as they're looking down. So I would gently push back on that guess. Secondly, there is not panic in Israel. Go look at the scenes. The Israelis are driving on the freeway, going back to work and showing great resilience as one of the buildings is on fire and burning. My daughter spent the whole 12 days in and out of bomb shelters in the last war in Israel. And let me tell you, there's no panic in Israel. There's solidarity. They understand what's going on. And you know something? Panic is when Iran has a nuclear weapon, which they immediately started to do. Here we destroyed their capabilities, and they are already building deeper bunkers. As far as Marco Rubio's comments goes, this administration is transparent, and Israel has their objectives, and the United States does.
Okay, Dr. Gunter, request you to stay on with us. I'm interrupting you there. More breaking updates coming in at this point in time. Iranian missiles have hit Israel. According to reports coming in from Iranian media, Israel's defense systems have been hit. Iranian missiles managed to penetrate Israel's systems. Iran claims Israel's air defenses have been targeted. This is a very important update that we are getting for you. Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon, good morning. Would you like to comment on this particular latest piece of information that we are getting for our viewers? Do you agree with Major General Rajan Kocher? Because it's intensifying. The volatility is increasing, conflict is intensifying, and increased attacks are being seen on Israel. Now, according to Iranian media, Israel's defense systems have been hit. What do you make of it?
Good morning, Hina, and good morning to the fellow panelists and all your viewers. I'll just take it in 2-3 different phases. First of all, I agree with you, this war is not finishing anytime soon because war is gradually entering into attrition phase. Now it's going to be a war of attrition because major communication centers, major political military leadership having been wiped out, and also the air defense in Iran. Now, unless the boots on ground are put and the physical control of the territory is taken, the attrition war will continue. Imagine a person on a two-wheeler or a bike with a shoulder-fired anti-aircraft missile moving from place A to place B without a mobile phone. There's no way you can intercept him. So that is the attrition warfare I'm talking about. And the point which General Kocher made about logistics and resupplies, see, in any warfare, these things are catered for in the planning stage. Emergency resupplies by air, resupplies by the sea route is part of the planning. In case required, a logistic pause is also a possibility and a part of contingency planning. When Americans are taking a logistics pause because their replenishment for some reason have not caught up as per the time schedule they had worked out, Israel will take on the aggression. So there will be definitely a number of projectiles which will land in Iran at all times, and logistics chain or the length of the logistics chain notwithstanding. So attrition warfare, the tempo of operations can vary on day-to-day basis because of various reasons. One is availability of the targets. Second is availability of the logistics. Third is the intelligence build-up, intelligence corroboration. Because if the intelligence has come in and it has been corroborated, I think the tempo will go up.
Okay.
If the intelligence is still being corroborated by various means, the tempo will lie low for some time. Moment you have 100% corroboration, the hits will take place.
Okay.
So overall, I can summarize, it's a war of attrition and it's going to take some time. And a point about the air defense and Iron Dome, General Kocher talked about 82% efficacy. See, there are various ways to defeat an air defense system. And one of the ways which Iranians are following as of now, they have hypersonic missiles which travel at a very fast speed, and they have certain slow-moving old missiles of Soviet era or Russian origin. What they do is, I can give you an example, a VIP vehicle is escorted by pilot vehicles in front.
Okay.
So that if anything on the road comes in, the pilot takes the hit, the VIP vehicle is not hit.
Yes.
Similarly, a hypersonic missile is piloted by that missiles or the older missiles who will enter the Iron Dome at an earlier time frame, depending on the speed of travel.
Right.
Iron Dome will start engaging them, and that is when from behind, the hypersonic missile will come and breach the Iron Dome. So this is just one of the tactics. Warfare is a very intricate and complex business.
Right.
So everything, as we say in India in Hindi, Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed, everything will be applied.
Right.
But one thing is for sure, this war is going to be a war of attrition and it's going to last long.
Okay. We are already getting a signal of that, and a very interesting point you've explained to us, sir. Stay with us. We have some more breaking inputs coming in because it is a developing story. It's quite volatile out there, the situation in the Middle East. Now we have a reaction coming in from IDF, Israeli Defense Forces. They've put out a post on X. They have confirmed the ongoing operations. IDF is currently conducting simultaneous targeted strikes against military targets in Tehran as well as Beirut. This is the update that we are getting for you. IDF has launched simultaneous strikes. They are targeting specific areas in Tehran as well as Beirut. Military sites are under attack, and IDF has confirmed the ongoing operation. Another important update we are getting for you, there has been an unprecedented turn to the war. Iran fires multi-warhead missiles. Cluster-type strike hits many cities. This is the update. One missile, multiple impact zones. Now, this is important update that we are getting for you. More breaking inputs, in fact, coming in at this point in time. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has defended strikes on Iran. They hit civilians, we target terrorists. This is the statement that has been made by the Israeli Prime Minister. Netanyahu has also said Israel protects civilians. In fact, attacking terror is equal to defending freedom. Netanyahu's message is, we hit murderers. Netanyahu is blaming global inaction. Terror armies were allowed to grow. Israeli Prime Minister has also said some leaders let terror grow. Netanyahu also has claimed we acted while others looked away. And this is an important update coming in. Let's go across to Captain Akhilesh Saxena on a quick word on the first statement today coming in from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. What do you make of what he has said? Because if you look at Israel right now, it's a two-front war that Israel is fighting. One, of course, it's hitting targets in parts of Iran. And on the other hand, it's also fighting Hezbollah with equal sort of intensity.
So first, all about Hezbollah. So Hezbollah does not have the, really teeth. They are more like a symbolic style, right? So both Hamas and Hezbollah in the last kind of few years, Mossad has penetrated very deep. So it's not much of an issue for Israel to kind of contain them. So that's not much of the issue. The main issue is Iran. And in fact, this time, both US and Israel made a very good tactical surprise when they hit their top leadership in one go. So I think their phase one was very well achieved. But I think what they have miscalculated was the resilience of the Iranian next level of leadership once this happened, right? So you've seen Iran could counterattack within 1 hour and hit 7-8 targets of the key US assets in all these Arab countries, right? So it was well planned for this kind of thing. And even elimination of their top leadership did not deter them. And now if you really see, Iran was also preparing for this. So they have got nearly 70 to 75,000 drones.
Right.
Which will be a good, useful strategy to saturate the air defense system. This is also one of the tactics. Keep a lot of drones, let the drones go initially, let the air defense system get engaged, and then you put your real lethal target like, hypersonic missiles and other lethal missiles. So this war is going to go little deeper and also going to have an economic impact by closure of, Strait of Hormuz. So that's a very important point.
Okay, Captain Akhilesh Saxena, stay on with us. Retired Lieutenant General D.P. Pandey, who's a defense expert, also joining us on the broadcast this morning. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Your assessment of the statement that has come from Israeli Prime Minister and the way he's also, in fact, talking about global inaction.
Yeah, so firstly, I think Netanyahu, when he goes to say that they were justified to carry out operations against Iran, I think he's absolutely right. But when I look at it as a neutral standpoint of view, I think both Iran and Israel and US have got their national interest in place. They're not looking at the global interest and everything, because eventually Iran is a sovereign country. Who denies them to carry, to make a nuclear weapon for themselves? Why should they not create proxy elements to ensure that their radical thoughts or whatever they have to be pushed around as an agenda? And similarly, if you look at the Americans or the Western powers, they've also done the same thing. So I'll not go about it, but yes, for Israel, for its survival, I think it was imperative. They had been pushing for some time, but this moment, I think if they had delayed any further, with about a couple of months when the nuclear, the uranium, which is enriched uranium available with Iran, could have been weaponized, it would have taken a little more time. But then this was an inflection point. If they had not gone to destroy. Actually, if you see the Operation Lion Roar and Operation Epic Fury, they have kept two different names while they have gone for a single allied operation and target. The political and military objectives may look similar to everybody for Americans and for Iranians, but political military objectives are totally different. Okay, I'll just put a herring out here. General Kochar is here, and my very respected General Dellan sir is here, who was my boss some time back. Let me tell you, the political, geopolitical objective in this case for America is China and control and leverage over the world through this opportunity which has come through. But for Israel, it is the Iran's capacity to strike, hurt Israel and look and not changing its strategic orientation or destruction of Israel.
Right.
Right.
So I think the geopolitical objective that you've mentioned for the US, targeting and in a way containing China's growing influence and also in a way hitting China in some way. I think that's a very interesting point that you've made. We will discuss that particular aspect with our guests. We have to step into a very, very short break right now. Coming back with lots more, and we'll tell you about the China factor amid this war. Don't go anywhere.